Hello, welcome to the weekly review with Sean's Rock. I am Sean Lakina Torres here, along with...
Hey, it's your boy Ciroc the Mike. How you doing?
How you doing? Look at him. He's actually coming up with his name consistently now. And, of course, we are joined in the studio with our special guest host.
Let's go with Michael today.
We're going to go with Michael today. We're going to go with Michael today.
Everybody has normal names.
All right. Okay, we'll just jump right into it. How was you guys' week so far?
Pretty good.
Pretty good?
What's today, Wednesday?
It's Wednesday. It's hump day.
Forget, man. Time is flying.
I'm like out of days.
Yeah. When is Valentine's Day? Next week?
Oh, don't tell me that, man.
I know.
I got an ant dog.
I ask you about that.
Well, my antennas are like, my radar is kind of going off a little bit. I know we're getting closer, and I haven't really done much or done any research, so.
See, you just told on yourself. I mean, I ain't done shit.
We'll just jump into it.
I know. It's just, I don't know. Like, I'm literally fresh out of ideas.
There's no way you're too young to be fresh out of ideas.
But I'm really good at, like,
you don't even.
trust me, when it comes to me, it'll come to me. Give me like 2 days, and then next thing you know, boom, I'll have like, I mean,
You're going to be in there the day
blueprint laid
of
out.
trying to buy chocolates left over.
Yeah, I think I am. Yeah, I'm gonna say yeah.
Does she think you are? Because you're not sounding too secure about that.
Yeah. Of course I am. Of course I am. I just like to think out of the box a little bit. You know, like I hate, like, my last resort is like doing like the traditional stuff, the dinner, the flowers, the bear, and all that crap. Like, I feel like that's just
women like that.
that's
though.
lazy though. To me, that's lazy.
It's classic. You
Because
can't.
anybody can do that.
Why don't you share a little bit about what you actually would do? Because
Yeah.
there's a lot of people out there that want to know.
Yeah, what would Ciroc do?
What would Ciroc do?
Valentine's
Something
Day.
personal. I think what we really do is take mental notes throughout the year of like just little things, like stuff they like.
So
or
you
like to
took
do.
mental notes throughout the year.
I mean, you remember stuff, yeah.
So there's stuff you remember, like things
Yeah.
you can put in one package.
Things she likes, things she likes to do, things she doesn't like, stuff like that. And then you kind of brainstorm, put it all into a package, and it's just like drawing names out of a hat, and you just put it. It's like keywords. It's like you just listen. You ever go to Google and just type in certain keywords, and it just puts the sentence together for you? This is exactly how this plan works. I just all right, flowers, and then I was bear, and then like this place, and then next thing you know, it'll just give me a destination and a thing to do. So not about me. Like, hey, listen, you married.
Wait a minute.
You gotta
Why
use
can't it be about you? You're the one that.
No,
you're in a
I don't-
relationship. Sean's in a relationship.
Hey, mine's easy. I'm gonna go with the classic. Can't go wrong with the classic. You know,
What's the classic?
Yeah.
the classic. There's some
What's the details?
There's some chocolate, some flowers, and a nice dinner. You can't go wrong with the classic. There's nothing wrong with the classic.
But you can't
It's
say that
Valentine's Day. It's Valentine's Day.
All right, Mike,
it's not a birthday.
I'll be
It's
honest
not
with you. That
Christmas.
sounds like Friday, man.
Okay.
Yeah, the classic.
Hey,
Get some wings and some flowers.
if you're in
Yeah,
that
watch
much
a
trouble
movie.
on a Friday or you got to do all that, then hey, I can't help you.
All right, Mike, what would you do?
What, for Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
Try to find somebody for Valentine's Day.
All right, if you already had a little lucky lady, what would the plans be? And this is the first Valentine's, not like the fourth.
The fourth.
Okay, so for Valentine's Day, you know what? Honestly,
See, the first one you go out, you go bigger when you
Yeah, I
first
feel like
one,
you go all out
than
the first one.
your fourth one. So,
Second one, you're like, all right, this ain't gonna be as nice as last year.
yeah.
you know, for Valentine's Days in the past, which
Yeah.
I think that most of the relationships end prior to Valentine's Day.
Oh, you were one of them.
No, I'm not
You
purposely
were one of
doing
them.
that.
Like Christmas come around, like I'm gonna have to talk to you around
No, I think
February.
look, I don't.
18th.
You know what though? Doing the dinner thing and getting a restaurant and lining all that up, and it's just it's a monument. I'd rather
It's a hassle.
leave town, go and do something else. You know.
But you still gotta find dinner.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still gonna eat, obviously, but somewhere. But I'm just not gonna, do the booking in advance, and because sometimes it gets just too packed in, and you're overthinking it. You know, when
Yeah,
you're
too-
there,
then you're doing too
the
much.
conversation's kind of pressed. It depends.
So how was your day?
Yeah, I guess conversation could be kind of impressive.
How was your day?
If it's a new Valentine's Day, I can see that. Yeah.
When I mean, like,
I'll be honest, I can't remember last Valentine's Day I did. That's pretty.
it's been that long.
It might have been, man.
You know how much money you probably
I know
saved?
what I was about to say. He'll save so much
You
money.
probably saved so much money.
You have saved-
like
No,
just
listen,
avoiding
it's
that
not
one
about
day.
the money. I think it's just
I know, but
the time.
it's a byproduct though. You get to save money as a byproduct
I'm
of
probably
that.
spending it somewhere else. Man. It's not like I'm saying. I'm not saving any money.
He's actually written out like all the reservations at restaurants, and then like
Yeah.
just charging extra for people to
Yeah,
take
I'm
them.
not getting a Land Rover. For God's sake. Listen, that's around the corner. Trust me, that's coming up.
Well, kudos to that, man, because I'm definitely gonna be spending some bread. God.
I know you are. This is what it's number 2 for you, right?
I don't know.
I don't see.
Yeah, number 2, I guess.
I don't know.
I don't know, man. I'm like,
You do know.
I think it's number 2. Is it number 2? Time out. Wait a minute. Jesus. It's 2020 right now?
Yeah.
2020.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2020.
See, not drinking was supposed to make me remember better, and it has no effect. I
See?
still forget stuff.
You know what the non-drinking might be doing is making you think more.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Maybe you're
Overthinking.
maybe you're
See,
clear-minded.
now your mind's racing. You can't do anything.
I was like
sir.
not organized at all, and now I'm really not organized.
Yeah, see?
Man. What's today? I'm kidding.
How long has the non-drinking thing been going on?
It's been a month and a couple days. So
That's good.
I started January 1st, pretty much.
Yeah, that's good.
Last
So
hangover
wait,
ever.
so for Valentine's Day though, you're not gonna be drinking.
No, I'm not, man.
No glass of wine.
I don't even have an urge. Like, like sometimes, like when I was drinking, like you'd be just chilling, like, man, I want a beer right now, or like, man, I want to drink right now. Not like get hammered, but like it's some.
Did you start
stage-
this because of the January thing?
What's the
No,
everything?
no.
That a lot of people
the-
stop
the-
and
oh,
not drinking. I got
yeah,
through
yeah.
everybody else's not drinking for January thing. No, but it did. Did you start it because of that? 'Cause
No.
a lot of people they did. They stopped drinking for January. No, I
See,
think
I
that's a
think
thing.
Dry January?
Yeah,
Dry January,
and that doesn't do
whatever it's
anything.
called.
A month of not drinking doesn't do anything for your body. That's where I've said that.
It does. I think a day of not drinking is already
Doctors have
helpful.
said a month is really not going to be helpful. Now, what you're doing for a year,
Doctors sponsored by Bud Light.
probably, yeah. I mean, what you're doing though by going for a year, that means that's going to be you will feel that.
You gotta understand.
You'll
like,
feel that, and actually probably at the end of the second.
Yeah.
month.
Do you feel a difference now? You weren't a big drinker anyway, though, were you?
Not really. 'Cause last year I did 6 months total.
Oh, see.
Because you can't drink anyway, though.
Basically,
He-
you
I mean,
drank
he's-
for 6 months last year, didn't drink, and now
yeah.
Now I'm
just not
not.
drinking again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's not really much of a drinker. He can't. I mean, 2 drinks,
can't.
he's wasted.
Look, if I'm drinking, I'm drinking to get drunk. I'm not drinking just to pay the bartender. No,
Yeah,
like
no,
I'm
right.
drinking to get
Yeah,
drunk.
but
Like,
yeah,
hey,
you can pace yourself though.
pays for what?
God,
I'm trying to
it
get this
gets
over with.
expensive.
Listen, he's not drinking 6 months out of the year. He's going to get to the point. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna ride this storm out.
Yeah. Listen, I go to a place. Where's your happy hour? 5 to 7. All right, I got 2 hours to get this blacked
Did you,
out.
do
Like,
happy,
yeah.
did you do happy hour when you were a drinker?
Nah. I don't really care.
I
about
try
Are
to
you a
happy
day
hour.
drinker?
Not much, no. I'm more of a smoker, but
Saturday drinker, I am.
Yeah. See, I'm just not a day drinker, man.
Yeah.
now I will. If I'm like on a vacation, then yeah, I'm drinking the day. But just hang around here, whatever, no. Now if I'm going to Busch Gardens and I'm going to spend a day at Busch Gardens, oh yes, I'm drinking all day that
They
day.
drinks are like $80 for like a pint, a little pint of, maybe some Listerine or something.
That's why you get the food pass. So it
Food pass.
Yes,
Dude,
yes.
that is just
'Cause it's
like-
buy one get one. It's buy one get one free.
Dude.
Hey, you gotta be frugal.
Food from Busch Gardens is like hand-me-down fast food, man.
I don't care about the food.
It
I care
is.
about the drinks. I don't. If you're there for the food, something's wrong with you.
Think about getting hammered at.
So far, I haven't heard anybody take any rides yet. So it's,
No.
Oh no! All right.
So do you
Right.
drink and then get on the roller coaster?
Yes. There's.
Sounds like a nightmare, man.
It is so fun.
He doesn't want to wait in line for
It
the
is
bathroom and puke. He just goes on the roller coaster. That's what I would do.
I haven't had to do that in a long time from drinking.
What, puke?
Yeah, I have not in a very very long time.
I can remember the puking from drinking. Like,
I haven't
can-
tried.
I have vivid memories.
If I'm ever getting to a point where I feel that was
You
even a
stop.
thing, I would have stopped. With
Yeah, that's how I am now. It's like
That
once my
years,
my mouth starts to water, I'm like, I'm good.
Mouth's full of water.
I'm good. I'm put it down.
See, you lucky, man. That stuff just hits me. I'll be sitting there, having just chit chat, having a good conversation. Next thing you know, the bar is like upside down. I'm like, what just happened? Are we in a spaceship? And then I'm gonna, next thing you know, I get a headache, and I keep hearing the ringing, and then it's the next day.
Okay, so the drinking thing is not a January thing.
It's a
November.
forever
See,
thing.
I can never. I don't do the participation in the month off type things like Movember. Like everybody grows out their mustache.
I
Yeah.
can't.
well, first of all, I can't grow a mustache. Man. Honestly, not, man. I keep telling everybody.
You
I
get
tried
one of
growing
those
out a
toothbrush
beard.
things?
Dude, I tried growing out a beard one time.
Terrible.
For like 4 months. Yeah, it's patchy.
Yeah, I got the same problem.
It doesn't look good. I kept telling everybody, you know what I look like? I look like Keanu Reeves. He's patchy.
Yeah.
Dude, you look nothing.
Yeah.
It's like
Nothing
6
Keanu.
months to
Never
grow.
compare yourself to Keanu Reeves again.
not to put you down, but no.
Just because you have a motorcycle does not put you in a category anywhere near John Wick. Just leave it alone. And then the sad reality is I shaved it off, right?
Yeah.
After 4 or 5 months, I shaved it off, and I go, man, I just couldn't take it anymore. I shaved it off. They're like, to
Didn't
be honest
notice.
with you, man,
I didn't even
it
notice.
looks the same as
Exactly.
No, no
You got
one
like a
noticed
3
at all.
o'clock shadow, kind of 2 o'clock. I don't know. It's some type of shadow on your face. Oh man, that's the funny thing. It's like I have these 2 spots on the back of my cheeks where my cheekbones are.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just bald, and it's just like I can't. I want to get the full beard just to see what it looked like. First of all, it takes me like 7 months.
Yeah, I can't grow full.
I get ingrown hairs, and it just curls up. I look like my face looks nappy.
Yep.
I got a nappy face.
Yeah, but so can you grow full beard?
No, my face is the same thing as.
Because you look at athletes and you're like, you know what? I bet you I look just like them.
Yeah, but it doesn't. It doesn't.
I don't. I look like the sketchy maintenance guy.
Yeah.
I can actually see you being the sketchy mate.
It never works out well.
Is that actually doing your hair the way you do
But
it?
do not let this guy near. Do not let this guy near the property.
But see, the way it works is so guys that can grow full beards and look like Wolfman and whatnot. Those are the ones that usually go balding on top of their head.
That's true.
It's like the opposite.
That's true.
Like,
they gotta wear
people that can't really grow a beard usually have a full head of hair, and people that can grow a beard usually are a little kind of bald on
I guess
top.
You gotta pick one way to go out, huh?
Yeah, exactly. You can't have it both ways. You can't have a full headed hair and a full beard. Like, come on, what are you, 15?
Well, I'm never gonna have a beard anytime soon. So.
Anyway,
and then next time we see him, he's like, "What you do? Oh, I'm growing a beard." No, your face is just dirty.
yeah, you gotta get some stuff on your face. That was dirt.
I know.
So, obviously Sunday.
Yeah,
Did you guys watch the game?
I did. I watched the game. I fell asleep for part of it, but I did watch it.
Which part?
Second and third quarter when nothing happened.
There wasn't a lot happening in the third quarter.
No, I'm at the end of the third quarter, but not at the
I
beginning.
mean, it's possible.
Yeah, I'm talking about the beginning of the third
You
quarter.
fell asleep during the Super Bowl?
Yes, it was boring when no one was scoring.
Super Bowl.
No one was scoring.
Talking about sleeping during the Super Bowl, though, did you see the picture?
Oh.
The one that went viral.
Oh, the guy, yeah.
The $8,000 ticket.
Well, they were saying anyway. Yeah, $8,000, $6,500, whatever.
It was
He
a free
sleeping.
ticket. He probably got that for free or something.
Nah.
Well, it looked like a corporate ticket.
Yeah.
He was in khakis and a polo.
Yeah,
It looked
okay,
like,
yeah.
It looked like a corporate pay.
But still,
maybe I'm wrong.
But still, even corporate. If I am the big guy, I'm saying you sleep in an $8,000 ticket seat. Oh, we're gonna have an issue.
I gotta be honest with you. It didn't look like an $8,000. If I'm gonna pay,
It looked like he had a horrible view.
Yeah.
No,
Like
a $4,000 seat is a nosebleed seat. So think about it that way.
I don't know,
$4,000.
because like I'm looking at the photo and like even if he was awake, he wasn't gonna be able to see much anyway. There's like nothing but people standing up in front of him.
Yeah,
And he's
right.
like he's against the wall. Like that's
But
a
he-
terrible seat.
But he can step out. All he had to do was he had an aisle seat. All he had to do was step
Like,
out a
I
little bit.
kind of think like he had to be there because he's not like,
He had
well, he's
to.
not wearing any like he's not wearing a jersey. He's not wearing any fan gear. He has khakis on and kind of like a just a I can't really tell from the picture, but
Maybe he
regular.
Maybe he was.
I wonder if before this, though, before he passed out, did he take enough Instagram and Facebook? He looks like a Facebook guy. But did he take enough photos to say, "Here I am at the Super Bowl," and then he was like,
went to
"That's it,
sleep.
proof.
Yeah,
I'm here."
I'm out.
yeah. Drop a pin and then go to sleep.
If that's an $8,000 fee, I just paid $18 to go see a bad. Oh, I just went and saw Bad Boys. I know this.
Oh, the third one? I still haven't seen it.
Here's the thing. So we went to the theater with my boy, and we're in there, and you go to the cashier, and you're like, "Yeah, ticket for Bad Boys." And it's like $18. We're like, "Wow, that seems a little high," but we shied away. Didn't want to
guys
say
ask for the
anything.
senior citizen
It was like the
discount?
it was like the hot barista. You don't want to say anything. No, what's senior citizen discount yet?
Is this senior
So we go in there, and then we realized it's for the Dolby theater.
Oh.
Have you ever been there?
Yeah.
No, I've not been in this.
So you can push a button, and it reclines back, like
Nice.
deep recline, like brand new deep leather seats that I don't even have in my own house. And your seats, every like explosion, car.
Yeah,
thunder,
it's like-
it was. You feel it, and you could see what the worth is.
Yeah, it's like a roller coaster seat.
Yeah.
Isn't the screen bigger too?
I don't know.
I think it's bigger or wider or something like that.
If I don't put my glasses,
As
on,
if
I
the
can't
screen
see.
isn't already huge in normal movie
Anyway,
theater.
let's get back to the Super Bowl. Sorry, I drifted
Hey,
off. But the movie was good.
I was going to ask, was it good?
The movie was good. Look, yeah, even if you were going like what we talked about
Right.
last time, going for nostalgia reasons,
Yeah.
it was good.
Was it better? Rate the three now since you've seen them all.
Oh man,
If you can
asked
remember
me
the-
to take
You
20
got
years
to. You got
back,
to.
bro.
Come on.
Well,
now.
you got to figure the technology and
It's
the
better now.
cinematography is so much better.
Oh,
now.
yeah. Yeah.
And everything exploding is so much more realistic, and they're doing the stunts. I mean, it was good. There's part nostalgia, part storyline.
Yeah.
Maybe the two combined, and you're like, well, it was great for that. But look, just go see it. It's fun to watch. What can I
It's
say?
not budget.
Yeah.
All right.
But back to Super Bowl. Yeah. As you were saying.
Hey, well, actually, no. Speaking of, because you're just on that movie real quick, but
Okay, go.
We were talking about this earlier, Sean, but that movie, I rented it on Amazon.
Parasite.
That Parasite movie that won a lot of like awards and stuff like that at the
Yeah.
whatever.
Now, is that in English or subtitled? Right?
Subtitles.
So was it that good? Like I haven't seen it yet. I want to see it, but
I say this. I rented it. You can rent it on Amazon.
yeah, right.
And I wasn't too impressed, man. It was a slow start, kind of, and then I was just kind of waiting for like that. Oh, I see why this is good movie moment.
Yeah,
and it kind of never really happened. It was just something like you would find on Netflix, like in like the recycle section.
But is it because it was? Because sometimes I get distracted if things are subtitled. But
Yeah.
then if you put it in English subtitle and you're watching their mouth, I get too distracted because now I'm watching their mouth.
No, it wasn't really. It wasn't the dialogue. It's just the whole storyline was just
okay.
like it seemed like it would be something big that's gonna happen, and nothing really out of the ordinary, I guess, happened.
Yeah.
Maybe for
Was it a pretty decent thriller as far as no?
Nah, Meg. Maybe it would be if it wasn't so hyped up before I saw it.
Yeah.
Because then I wouldn't expect
It's
anything.
because it was up for some awards.
Yeah, but apparently I think it was filmed in based out of South Korea.
Yeah, I think it's
possibly.
South Korea, yeah.
So maybe that's huge. Like,
I mean, they're
for
pumping
their
out a lot of
film
stuff.
scene, that's probably like an amazing achievement. But I don't know, man. Like it was. I don't even think it was worth the $5 I spent.
You do
on
know that
rental.
K-pop comes out of there too.
Yes. Oh, yes.
So-
All those BTS people everywhere. Those are some abused kids, man.
Who?
Those singers, and all, they make
I don't
them
know.
dance.
Make
like
them
from-
dance.
No, like from
You don't think
24
they're
hours
happy?
a day.
You don't think they're happy doing it?
Actually,
Making millions?
there's a what you call it, a documentary.
Yeah.
And they interviewed a lot of the people that has left the group. These
Yeah.
groups, they're hurt, they're injured, they can't get any kind of benefits.
Can't get a job.
Yeah, it's
Can't get a job.
it's-
You mean hurt and injured because of the physicality of being
I think just
a
singers.
pop
though?
star?
no, they make
Or
them
do you mean
go.
emotionally they're scarred?
No, physically.
Oh.
Because they physically make them.
beaten.
Yeah,
in the back.
They do beat them. Literally.
Like
Really?
Michael
Yeah.
Jackson 5.
Yeah, they actually do
Is it,
beat them.
does it say that in the documentary? They
Yes.
get beaten?
Yes.
Caned.
They said the abuse that they endure is next to slave labor abuse.
That might be a stretch. I don't know.
I think that's a stretch too.
That might be a
A
stretch,
lot of people
man.
like to compare things.
Because they should be thankful because North Korea is literally like right around the corner and they do what they do over
It
there.
seems like a lot of people, though, or a lot of younger people want to be K-pop stars, so they're still striving for it,
Yeah.
regardless of the abuse.
Exactly, and they know the abuse is out there, but like you said, it's like,
Yeah.
hey, money's money. I'll deal with it.
Or
to get it.
does fame outweigh anything else?
That's a good
I
question.
mean, in this day and age, does fame,
That's a good question.
does striving for fame right now outweigh the monetary gain and possible physical damage that you might get by striving for fame?
Yeah, definitely.
What do you think?
Because most
I
people.
mean, it's interesting. I mean, I'm just
Yeah.
obviously I'm branching off. We have gone so far away from
I
the
know,
Super
right?
Bowl. There's people going- I mean, honestly, is it at
I
this
think
point
so.
today? Are we
I think it's worth it.
reaching for fame?
Because people.
Because I think you're agreeing. I'm not a person who's wanting to be famous,
Right.
but the power that you have when you have acquired fame is
Yeah.
you can't really match that with anything else unless you go into politics.
Right.
And even then, you can't get that kind of status
Yeah,
that
yeah,
you can
Yeah.
from fame. So yeah.
What do you
fame
think,
is-
Sherrod?
I think hell yeah. Think about this. Like, I mean, there's plenty of people who take that same abuse and have to deal with that stuff every day. Who work way crappier jobs, make way less. Hate where they're at, and then they deal with it. So I mean, either way, unless you're like maybe some monk or something, you're just kind of happy with life and being out in the woods. I think it's worth it. Of course.
I don't know. I think that people.
I mean, there's obviously
I
a
think that
limit. Like if
people
you,
want to get. I think that people just they want to get noticed these days.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to get. I don't know if it's necessarily fame or do you just need to
Recognition.
recognition. I want to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody
Need some
notice.
attention.
I don't know.
I think that has a lot to do with the whole social media thing. Is everyone wants to be looked at?
Yeah.
So that split second, in time, they want have thousands.
they should have
of
never
people.
added a camera on the
I
phone.
mean, look at how massive TikTok is, man. That thing
Yeah,
is
so
massive.
I feel like we talk about this every week, but what the heck is TikTok? You just do dances?
Have you not gone on that?
No, I haven't
It's
done
a,
it yet.
it's a bunch of little mini videos.
It's like a
people-
longer
I
version.
thought you just do
it's
dances.
like a longer version of Vine.
yeah.
But no, it
It's not
started
that much
off.
longer
It
than
started
Vine,
off
yeah.
as dances for I think it was a kids thing mostly. Like
Yeah,
they
it
shared
was a
dance and
kid-
stuff.
yeah.
But then
That's how it
I
was
believe
advertised.
it's like Charlie, the girl that was dancing on there, really brought attention to it. Got like 10 million followers or something like that, or however the views or following works. And then
Yeah.
everybody else started getting on there. and following there. I mean, older generations try to get on 40s or 50s, and usually they're getting blasted by some young kids.
So is that like a cutoff?
Okay, boomer.
Yeah,
okay, Karen.
Is there a cutoff age for TikTok?
No, just, you can climb on in there. You know,
I never thought I'd be too old.
you're gonna be called old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, now celebrities are starting to get on there. Like, Kevin
like Will
Hart's
Smith
on there,
on there.
Will Smith's on there. I mean, everybody's on there now. But they don't even get the. Oh my God, dude, that's too funny. There's one
If I was a pedophile, I would definitely. I would have like 10 accounts for TikTok.
That's the thing. You know they're there.
But now it's almost like the celebrities. It seems like they have to work harder to get a following than people who are just doing like the dances or somebody that's doing
Right.
like some like quick sketch comedy type stuff.
Yeah.
It is. You go in there and explore.
Well, celebrities always like to
Well,
they don't necessarily-
Gary V's on there like all
Yeah,
the time.
he's always promoting it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't do it,
Listen,
you're a
man, if
failure.
you're wasting, what are you doing right now? You're wasting your life. You send it. Remember that commercial for what was that college? Man, the guy he get on. He's like, "What are you doing with your life right now? You sitting at home. You sit on the couch.
Oh, yeah,
You're doing
yeah,
nothing. Come on
yeah.
down to ITT Tech or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Get your life together, man. Don't be a loser. Like, oh man, this is hitting home hard.
that's a conversation that we can explore. Man.
Yeah.
There's a whole culture that has to do with that. You want to get back to the Super Bowl?
Yeah,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Go
Going back
ahead.
to the Super
I was gonna say, so the Chiefs won because you didn't know.
Yeah, Chiefs
You
won.
guys didn't know.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes is the youngest ever to get the ring.
Longest player to win a Super. Oh
Super
no, to
Bowl,
win a
sorry,
Super Bowl
MVP. I'm sorry. You're right. So
You know, he didn't win the team MVP though. Like the
He
Chiefs
didn't?
selected their own like this dude Tyrann. I can't pronounce the last name. It's like Matthew or something. He's a cornerback or strong safety. He won the team MVP. They voted for him. Mahomes breaks the Madden curse. We all know what that is. Once they put you on the cover of Madden, you're bound to get injured.
yeah.
But the halftime show. I don't know if you guys watched that.
Oh my goodness. So the halftime show.
Oh my God.
So
Where you at?
you go ahead.
No, go ahead, Sean. You start
go
off
ahead.
with-
You go ahead.
Go
Well,
ahead.
I was working, and when I tell you everybody's eyes was glued on the TV at halftime, because when I'm working, I'm not trying to like be distracted. I'm Super Bowl. I'm
Yeah, you
distracted, but I'm, I'm still trying to. I don't need to be sitting there staring at the TV when I'm supposed to be helping people out. But like when J-Lo and Shakira got on stage, man, it was like a fiesta in that place. Oh my goodness, it was insane. And apparently, like I didn't know there was 50. I didn't know J-Lo was 50 years old.
Yeah, she's 50.
She's 50. Jennifer on the Block is 50.
Yeah.
Shakira's probably up there 40 something. Who knows?
Yeah,
But
40 something.
it was a great show. I mean, I don't.
So you
listen
said it was
to
a
their
great
music.
show. To you, now it's a great show.
The halftime show was great. The game was good.
ahead, Sean, where you
the,
going?
the game was good.
I liked Shakira's part. I'm so on J-Lo's part, honestly.
Why you feel that way?
Because I think Shakira really showed out versus J-Lo's performance just wasn't up to the same par compared to Shakira's performance. I mean,
She's 50.
so
Shakira's, how old? Shakira's not that much younger.
She's 40. But her hips don't lie. That's different.
No, even.
Let me see.
Shakira came out there and dominated that stage for most of the show.
Who was the main? Was it J-Lo or Shakira?
I think
J-Lo
like
J-Lo was supposed to be the main.
Because all I kept hearing about was Shakira.
Because
no,
Shakira-
before that, before the game.
Yeah, it was supposed to be J-Lo's show, and Shakira was a surprise guest.
Got
But
it.
normally the surprise guest gets like a couple minutes to 5 or so
Yep.
minutes. For whatever reason, J-Lo gave her almost an entire half of the halftime show, which doesn't happen when you're the surprise guest.
All right.
So that's like, and she used that time. She came out there playing a guitar, playing drums, dancing like she could.
Yeah.
I mean, oh no,
I mean, she's a talented musician.
very talented. I mean, I was surprised at how talented she really was on stage.
You know her song, "Whatever, Whenever," which I believe is like 16 years old.
Yeah.
I guess came back at #1, like on
Just recently?
iTunes or something.
Man.
Again,
That's
16
the best promotion
years.
you could have.
Came back. Come on, that's great.
Jesus,
That's
man.
good.
Yeah,
So I mean, she's talented. Look, I didn't watch the whole thing, the halftime thing. I think I was busy. And
It's on Shakira.
yeah,
No, don't look at the TV.
yeah. Everybody in a relationship saw that halftime show. But I mean, I've seen the clips. I've seen all of it. I think it's a great performance. I think a lot of people are harping on her being 50 years old.
Yeah,
But I
but
just think that
she's also a multimillionaire with world-class
she
trainers.
She works out.
Yes.
She gets it going. I mean, at what point do we stop saying that somebody that is just
Given their age.
Good at 50, are they just not just hot?
Well, people are
We
living.
have to be hot at 50.
Farrah
Is she
Fawcett was hot.
fi-
Farrah
is she-
Fawcett was hot at 50.
But
Goldie
is she,
Hawn
is
was
she
hot at 50.
hot at 50, or is she just hot?
She's just hot.
general.
And I think given the age, throwing the age out there makes other 50-year-olds feel
what I'm saying.
better, I guess.
Yeah, it should. I think it should. I
It's
mean,
like, wow, I can achieve that. If J-Lo can do it, I can do it.
You think there's a lot of 50-year-olds that are going, J-Lo could do that, I can do that?
growing up, I'm not gonna lie. Growing up, when you was only at 40, it was like hitting 50. You're like, oh, you're 40, and they acted just like they're 50 years old comparative to where we are now. Now,
Well, people are living longer.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
People are living and doing things a lot later in life. I mean, I saw the other day. There's like a guy. He's 107 years old who still drives his car in Sarasota. He's 107.
Should he?
Well, hopefully.
Yeah,
I've never run into that guy.
apparently he does better than most of the kids around here.
Dang, he was there for like cars. He was born for cars.
I
even.
know. It's like,
You know what the good here's the good thing about the 107-year-old driver is that he's not getting distracted by being on his phone.
oh no.
Yeah.
Social media. He's actually focusing on the road, even if he can only do it halfway.
Yeah, that's terrible. Somebody need to arrest this dude. There should be a cutoff age of driving. Like, it should be. I'm sorry. Like, your motor skills you're not that sharp. I mean, you may be in good health for 107, but when I'm on the road, I'm going 80 miles an hour trying to get to my destination. The last thing I need is Captain, slow-mo in my way, and, I'm honking, and he's...
That's why there's a fast lane. That's why there's
old
fast.
people don't care. Fast lane, slow lane.
I'd rather get behind the old dude than a teenager any day of the week, because every teenager I've been around here is in their phone, not even looking at the road. They're just driving.
That stuff is dangerous. I got a habit of doing that, man. Texting and driving.
Oh, I don't do that. You know
that's
why?
horrible,
Because I'm a
man.
motorcycle rider.
Okay,
And
that's different.
it drives me crazy when I keep seeing
Yes.
everybody
Yes.
Like
on their phone, or when you're in an Uber or Lyft and your driver doesn't have it like on his dash and he keeps looking down.
Yeah. I
Rookies.
can't stand that. I'm like,
phone.
I've asked him, like, what's your?
Is this your first
thing?
date?
Yeah.
Is this your first date?
I like the drivers that turn around and talk to you.
Like the talkers?
Literally turn around though. Not like talking to you.
you
Like,
need to look-
like they
Make sure you don't have like a gun on you or something.
I'm like, hey,
The road's that way.
there's a car up in front.
Just check your outfit. Like, he don't got a knife, do he?
So the halftime show, though, does everybody agree that it was a good one? I
say
hear
good.
people. I
I'm
hear
not gonna
people
say
saying
great.
that the controversy is that it was a little too much because of
Ass shaking.
yeah, like it was too sexualized and too many people were like that. Well, your kids. I don't know. How do you feel about that?
I mean, but you talk about two pop stars, he
was shirtless.
pretty much butt naked, and that's okay.
Everybody was all right with that.
I think it's more a jealousy thing than anything.
It's
Yeah, I didn't have a problem with the whole stripper pole thing because think about now stripping the stripper pole. Now
stripping?
Well, she was just
legal.
Wait, she
Well,
was-
not legal, but they use
she
it for
was,
exercise
She was
now.
just in Hustlers.
Yeah, I mean, I know
No,
you want to
movie.
celebrate that, but I'm saying a lot of everyday women, wives, mothers, you name it, they're taking these pole dancing classes. What's the difference?
Yeah, but listen, even people who are in the entertainment business, I mean, they're working.
Yeah.
From the kid standpoint, I get it. Like, you don't want your... I mean, at this day and age, though, it's so
everywhere.
easy. And, like, I mean, you'd be hard-pressed trying to stop your children from, seeing, Shakira shake her butt or whatever. Who knows what they do at school and we got phones now. Are you kidding me? I didn't have a phone when I was 10, 11 years old.
Yeah, I know.
But these kids now, man, what are you? I got.
Yeah,
some-
I don't think there was any controversy
Yeah.
for me.
So-
I was fine with it.
Either way,
I
great.
mean, I would have been fine with it anyway.
Yeah.
Quite honestly, I don't care about your children.
well,
Do what you want.
now we got
They're
7
your kids.
We got 7 months until
Before you have a
preseason.
kid?
No. No.
There's something you got to tell us?
Yeah.
I'm moving to Columbia. I'm moving to Columbia
Now's
next
the
week.
time.
Moving to Columbia next week. Nah, I'm kidding. But 7 months till preseason starts again. The good thing is,
SFL's coming around though.
oh yeah, the Tampa Bay Vipers.
Yeah,
That's a team now.
Yeah, it's a team. They're thinking their first game's like a couple weeks.
Is that like? All right, you guys.
Real?
Is
Is that real?
A real thing? Because there's
It's
like
a real thing. It got air.
No, I know
real.
that it's real.
I
But
mean,
is it something that do you watch?
this is gonna be the first time
No.
ever being interested in it because I was never
Well,
before.
was it a league last year too or no? I thought they
think
just
so.
brought it
That
back.
was the
I thought it was Arena League.
arena football.
Yeah, this is Arena.
This is XFL.
Oh, this is the one with McMahon, right? The rest of
Okay, so I know you're
WWE?
talking. It's the same name, I think. So
No, I think it's
Vince McMahon. Yeah.
It is. It's Vince McMahon.
Yeah, new XFL founded by Vince
He's
McMahon.
financing the whole thing.
Yeah. Oh, so
Of
he's
what I
doing it again.
understand.
Okay. Well, I mean, I think it's real. He's got Aaron Murray in it. You know.
Huh?
He's got Aaron Murray. Yeah, that's a decent quarterback in it.
Right.
But what are the Tampa Bay Vipers? Are we known for Vipers?
I don't know. That's new.
I mean, I
to
guess
me.
we can be.
I mean,
I
it's
mean, you
Florida,
can name
so
it
it means
anything. I
snake.
can name it the Elks. Who cares? You know, but are you going to watch it?
Yeah.
That's my thing.
Yeah.
Is anybody going to watch? Of what
I
I
might.
understand, I think the first game, don't they play at Raymond James?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And they said it's sold out, but I can't imagine
It's
selling
sold out already?
I think we have to watch
whole
at
stadium,
least.
though?
Yeah,
We got to watch at least the first game.
Yeah, I'm
we
watching
can't just
the
throw
first
in a
game.
dub without giving it a
Yeah.
chance.
Yeah.
They play against the Houston Roughnecks.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I remember
Well,
that.
the rules, I mean, you could do double passes, so I think you could pass the ball twice.
Yeah.
wow.
Okay.
So, like the quarterback, I was reading a little bit of it.
Okay.
And so it's not like I know the rules. But the like,
Might still be a ref.
I know, right?
Actually,
all of a sudden I'm the XFL.
I could tell you guys.
Yeah. No, but you can pass the ball twice in front. I mean, there's a bunch of rules in there that are very different than the
Yeah.
NFL. And of what I understand, they're not going to have cheerleaders this time.
What?
Oh.
Why not?
Yeah, because I guess that before
Last
it was
time
more
it was-
showcasey
Yeah,
and more
it was-
entertaining. Now they're trying to make it more sports oriented, I imagine.
Did you ever watch it? Did you ever watch it back when the
No,
original one?
but okay. So back home in Grand Rapids, we actually had a arena football team,
Yeah.
which was really really good. And like it was. I'll be honest, it was entertaining, man. Like I kind of like the whole like sideline thing. You can kind of jump over the little guardrail and stuff like that. I mean, obviously, they're not as I don't want to say as talented as athletes because they are, but it's no
It's the
no
NFL.
comparison to the NFL. I mean,
Well,
it's
I
just
mean, a lot of these guys are.
it's like
it's
off season.
NFL.
It's literally off season entertainment.
Yeah.
To keep us occupied while we wait for August and September to come back around.
How about people who take a break from the NFL? Fans, they go out and they just start participating in outdoor sports.
That's what I do. I play flag football and softball and
Yeah.
all that stuff.
For me, I mean, I don't watch basketball except for the Final Four. So other than that, I've got
Which
nothing to watch till August.
Just if things coming up here in Tampa, March 16th and 17th, the NCAA March Madness
Yeah.
Sweet 16 will be here as well.
Oh,
Yeah, that'll be here, and then obviously in April, WrestleMania will be here at Raymond James as well, which is kind of weird because Vince McMahon owns the Vipers, Tampa Bay Vipers.
Yep.
yeah.
And at their opening year, we happen to have WrestleMania here too. I don't know. So,
Do you got WrestleMania?
no,
Nah, never.
the only wrestler I know is The Rock, and apparently he doesn't wrestle anymore.
No, I think he still
I think
does.
he's. I
Does
think
he?
he's in there once in a while.
Yeah.
Maybe like
It's
celebrity appearances and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
he
I don't know.
occasionally, because even Cena does.
I just grew out of wrestling. Like
I think you do. I think you age out.
once you get into like a real fight in your life and you realize you can't do wrestling moves, you just kind of like, all right, this is some bull because I'm supposed to rock bottom him and he's supposed to be hurt, but he's not hurt.
DDP and then nothing happens.
He's not hurt. Oh
I
man,
even screamed it, and he's just standing there.
Jesus. Speaking of fighting, so I was watching on not necessarily TMZ, but that boxer like Floyd Mayweather's protege was caught on video like strong arming his girlfriend out of a celebrity basketball game. Gervonta Davis.
Okay.
Here, let me see if I can pull this up for you guys.
That's new to me.
But he got arrested for. Can you get arrested for domestic violence like through like
Domestic is domestic.
Yeah.
yeah, but like through what people saw, but not necessarily like
Yes.
from her reporting it.
Yes.
Really? Wow. I
Well,
didn't
she
know
got
that.
of what doesn't it read that she had?
If
she
she's
was-
got
she
any
had
kind of
marks on her?
scratch or a mark, then yeah, he's getting arrested. Plain and simple. I think it's a backwards way system. I think it's a backwards system. But, yeah.
You know, everybody's on. There's cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
We did this at like a live
But
game.
Obviously,
But
if
it
you did
doesn't matter though. They don't
That's
always
a
check the
horrible-
cameras.
Huh?
A lot of times the officers don't check the cameras. If it's not a big enough case, if the defendant's attorney doesn't push enough for it, they won't check a camera. They'll just go by hearsay.
Well, this one you see all you see is a video of him.
That's good.
Yeah, like but that's what he got in trouble for that video.
Well, yeah.
So then that's on
Yeah,
him. I
whatever.
mean,
But boxer beats up his
It's like
girlfriend.
Ray Rice. I mean, like Ray Rice. I mean, I had no problem with Ray Rice, and that's almost smack the junk out of his girl.
It's kind of crazy how Floyd Mayweather got in trouble for like the same exact thing, and that's kind of like his, like I said, his protege.
Yeah.
But anyway, so last Friday,
Well, those aren't the only two boxers in the fight.
yeah, they're not. They're not.
Domestic infraction.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
It's like a group of them, right? No, I'm just
yeah,
kidding.
yeah.
So as you guys know, I used to be the biggest Lil Wayne fan for the past, I don't know, 15 years
All right, go ahead.
since the Carters or whatever. So he dropped a new album on Friday. Did you guys get a chance to listen to it? Called The Funeral.
Now, did
Have
you
not heard it
listen
yet.
to
I
it? Or did you not?
listened to 90% of it. And
So that's not all of it. Then that's 90.
I'm gonna tell you why I didn't get through all of it. Because it was. I'll say this: it's correctly named "Funeral" because it was dead. It was the worst Lil Wayne album I've heard since Lil Wayne has been a rapper.
So compared to his rock album that he did.
That was actually okay. That's a different category, but that's down there with that.
Okay.
Right. So if they was fighting for last place, it'd be these two albums.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Like, and it got me thinking because I know Eminem just dropped his album a couple of weeks back.
Yeah, I haven't even heard that one yet.
All right, did you hear, Sean? Did you hear the new one?
Is it the Eminem
Funeral?
No, The Funeral.
No, Lil Wayne? No, I haven't heard it yet.
Okay,
I
I listened to it too.
See, you listened to it?
I listened to it too. It's
How was it?
and
Garbage.
we'll go to where I think you're going to go in your next point. But yeah, it was Lil Wayne it was repetitious, man.
Yeah.
It was
Was it basically
amply
like
called-
the Carter 3 all over again?
No, it was.
No, it was just very.
It was just. It sounds like he was sick. Like man, like his voice is starting to get.
It was repetitive. It was
Yes,
repetitive.
yes,
Even the songs themselves were
Yeah.
the same material that you've been covering for a long
And like
time.
all the beats sounded like they were like downloaded from SoundCloud. Like it just sounded rushed and like he was like drunk or something at the same time.
All right, so go ahead with the age thing. Is where you're gonna.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say because I partially listened to Eminem's album as well. I know he had some good songs on there, but and this is kind of a little further than Eminem, but Cameron, I don't know if you guys are a fan, but he dropped the album back like a month ago. But do you think like this is kind of like it for them as far as like
No.
like
Lil Wayne or for
Lil
Eminem?
Wayne, Eminem, all these like
No. No.
I mean they can still be producers, but and features, but I think like
You still got people like
How old is Lil Wayne now?
40 something.
No, he's young.
But he's been okay. How
been
about
around
this?
for a while,
He's
man.
been rapping since like
ahead.
Since he was 14.
Cash-
So he was young when he started out. That's what I'm saying.
Lil Wayne is 37.
Yeah, told you, he's young. Yeah.
Young in normal years, but in
yeah,
rap
right.
years, he's been rapping for like 20 years almost. Over than that.
I mean, he's been rapping since he was 12, 13.
All right, so
though.
what were you gonna say about him? Do you think that when you hit a certain age,
Not age, just like where he's at now. Should you stop?
or yeah, okay, so where you're at this point, are you digging too hard for relevance, or if you do the same formula that you always have, can you stick to being relevant
Yeah.
in this day and age? I mean, like Drake can change up his thing.
Yeah, but
Weeknd
he's
can
known for
play
changing up
out
his thing.
his thing.
But
Yeah.
Lil Wayne is
Where's-
just, I don't know. It's like, so like 10 years ago, mixtapes used to be huge, right?
Yep.
Download my mixtape. You even had people on the corner selling mixtape CDs,
Yeah.
and that's kind of like that's not how he got big, but that was a great
was- I mean,
asset
that's
to
what
what he
it
was
is.
already doing. And these days, you don't see like people don't download mixtapes or buy mixtapes.
That's because no one buys anything. No one even buys
Everything's
a
you
full
stream.
CD.
You just stream an album or you stream a song, something like
yeah.
that. And I just think, I don't know, man. It's so many new rappers, and not that I'm saying I'm a fan of this new. We call them boom bop mumble
rappers.
rap.
Well, I don't know. There's a lot of good rappers out there.
There are some good
There are a
ones.
lot of good rappers
There's
out
some
there.
good ones that came out.
But I think Lil Wayne is in like
Tyler
that.
Creator, he's still
Yeah, he's pretty
he's
good.
Tyler Great, yeah, he's good.
yeah.
I think Lil Wayne's in that category with like Jay-Z and them. You notice Jay-Z don't rap anymore. Like he should just kind of retire.
I don't know. Jay-Z's last album I liked.
I don't even know what it was called. You don't know what it's called.
Jay-Z, I'm rich.
Yeah, I'm rich and my
Yeah.
girl's Beyonce.
Jay-Z, I got hella money.
And I just bought some shares in the NFL.
Well,
Track
yeah.
1 through 6, just to tell about his life achievements.
Jay-Z, I'm going through a cathartic stage.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. 444. That was the name of his album.
That wasn't the name of his club?
Yeah.
No, that was the name of his album.
I think it is the 44 Club, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or something like that.
But no, I actually liked his album.
No, listen,
his
I
last
like
one.
Jay-Z's last album as well.
Yeah.
But we don't love these albums. That's the thing. You
No,
guys.
I'm not loving
We
it.
don't love them.
No.
It's like we respect it. We listen to it because of their legacy, not because we know was a great album.
No, I'm listening to it because I'm expecting to hear at least 2 or 3 good
I mean,
songs.
Kanye West didn't win gospel because he's kind of seeing the shift of the change of guard. Pretty
I
much.
think Kanye West would still be hitting records out of the park had he not partnered up with Trump. No, I'm sorry. I don't think Kanye West was on his way out.
You think Trump influenced Kanye West's record sales?
Heck yes. Yes. When he partnered up with him, no, everyone's like, "Oh, I'm done with Kanye." He was canceled
he
at
went
that
to the
point.
gospel thing.
No, he was partnering with Trump before the gospel thing.
Yeah, I understand that, but
You think like some hillbillies just like, go ahead, put on that Kanye West college dropout for me, please. Play that for me, Jeff Furrow.
No, but I better guarantee doing the Christian album.
All right.
Guarantee you.
All I'm saying is, I love these rappers, but I think they're past their prime at this point. I think it's time to move over and let the new age kind of come in and dominate, which they're kind of already doing.
well, I think that if he's gonna reinvent himself, there's a possibility of doing that. But I don't know. Can you stay that relevant? I just don't know.
I think once you.
I mean, like Meek Mill's
once-
come back out, he could do something.
Yeah.
You know, but I think it's because after a while, can you still talk or rap the same rap?
Yeah, like what changed?
What do you talk like? If
what are you
Jay-Z
talking
talks about being
rich.
in,
Or
the,
actually,
in the hood still,
yeah.
do you are you buying it?
No.
Are you buying in that?
No.
No. Like make a movie already.
You know,
Let's get it over with.
I mean, when you watched what was that thing that Dr. Dre just did about when he
the documentary?
the documentary, and you know he's still looking for that beat, that one last thing after he sold beats to Apple and stuff, and then but he's talking about finding that
Right.
relevant song that still means everything to him in his place in Beverly Hills.
I think, but that's more like, but I feel like if he does that, that's more like a personal quest, you know?
Yeah.
Like, Dr. Dre's waited so long to where you kind of forgot about him besides the headphones. You know?
Yeah.
I don't,
still think he's
do you
relevant.
still think artists go out like in search to get like a Dr. Dre beat or something like that from him personally?
Yes.
Yeah, I think people
Yeah.
are still,
These days?
Heck yes.
they're still producing people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They may not be coming out with lyrics, but the beats are still being made. I mean, they're still going to Timbaland. I mean, Timbaland been out almost as long as Dre.
Yeah, but producing and actual like
I think there's so much you could do on a laptop now that
yeah, you don't even you can do
honestly,
this by yourself.
there's some people that are just I mean, how many artists are coming out of SoundCloud at this point
Yeah.
and just laying down their own thing?
That is crazy, man. It's just like
But
that's-
those
you know,
artists,
and it's
those
funny
artists
because
aren't gaining the
There were a
recognition
couple,
or
there were a
the
couple
money
of,
that they did.
Well, there were a couple of rappers that came out of like even I believe that their fame or their popularity came out of like to go back to that TikTok thing.
Right.
Came out of that TikTok app. Like Ashnikko, she came out with "Stupid," and that thing went over. Does anybody know Ashnikko?
sounds familiar.
Yeah, it sounds familiar, but
Yeah.
What's how does the song go?
Stupid.
It's
ASHNIKKO. Stupid.
oh stupid. I type in Google stupid.
It might come up stupid.
See if I put a stupid song, it's just gonna keep saying like, all right, Ash Nico. Yeah, okay, I see it
Yeah,
here.
right. And there's a couple of other rappers that come out of that whole
Hey, she got blue
TikTok
hair.
genre.
But that's how it is though. Like the good thing is like when you're talented, no matter what the platform is, you're always gonna rise to the top. Even if it was 20 years ago, you were selling CDs, you're gonna rise to the top. If it's TikTok, if it's Snapchat, if it's SoundCloud.
I actually listened to her. Well, unlike Eminem's 20 epic album, she had one that's like 6, and I mean they're all pretty good. I like them.
yeah.
And she's on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
she's
don't
on
know if-
SoundCloud.
Yeah, she's on SoundCloud too. But
And
I mean, she was
Spotify.
also yeah.
Yeah, well, hey, these days, man, you just gotta hustle, man. Everything's free at this point, so just hop on these platforms like YouTube, like your boy Jay Station. Is that how you pronounce it?
Jay
Did you hear about
Station.
that, Mike?
Yeah.
No, what's that?
So this guy, this YouTuber, he's a famous YouTuber. I don't know if you get to say I'm a famous YouTuber.
Yeah.
He is
Well, how
famous
many
YouTuber.
subscribers do you have to have
Yeah.
to be
Be
a
a
famous?
famous, actually be able to say I'm really a famous YouTuber. But he decided, I'm gonna play a joke. No, actually, he said I'm gonna play a joke. I want more subscribers, and to do so, I'm going to say my girlfriend died from a DUI crash.
Give like a sob story.
And
is too
I'm
much.
gonna go out to the grave site, or to the site where she got hit, supposedly, and film a memorial, basically, of him out there.
Now, was she part of this?
No,
Did he even have a girlfriend?
Did he have a girlfriend? Yeah, really.
It didn't say in the story if he had a girlfriend or not. He
Is
just
this like a Manti Te'o situation?
yeah, it might be because he didn't actually say he had a girlfriend. All he said was that he made the whole story up. He said I made the whole story up for subscribers.
Did he get subscribers because of it?
I believe so. Yeah, I believe a lot.
Yeah, I think he has.
It like went viral. It's like, one of those things that go viral and you kind of feel bad for the guy.
Again,
Yeah.
I'm going to go back to what we were originally talking about, fame.
Yeah, he did.
When you're chasing that fame, where are you willing to go for fame as opposed to monetizing yourself?
Yeah, but you don't want to have that negative, persona. Like, you don't want to be famous for this.
Sometimes people don't care. Sometimes people really don't care, or they think they're gonna get away with it. One or the other.
Yeah, but famous for the wrong things always bites your ass. I feel like.
Well,
yes, but that doesn't mean.
What about the
guy
catch outside girl?
Okay, her.
How about the catch outside girl?
Yeah, her. You got the guy, the guy who got arrested, the pretty face guy, the pretty mugshot guy, whatever his name was.
Yeah,
I think he got arrested again.
The pretty felon.
Yeah, but
What did he get arrested for? I think he's a model now, right?
No, he's married to a billionaire.
What? Is he married or engaged?
Married to her.
Good for him.
Yeah. And has a kid with her. So
Yeah, that's probably.
That's a good move.
That's a smart fella right there.
yeah,
Good move.
So
You want to have a baby? I just met you. I know, but I just feel that connection.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what I'm saying. Look at
he sold it out.
that's where
for
we're at
fame.
today with fame.
Yeah, he's
All right, listen, it's gonna bite the behind at some point in
What's
time.
the
in
bite?
their life.
What's the bite on this guy?
I don't know.
I guess he was a good-looking dude. Was a felon.
Yeah.
Had the right eye color for him,
Yeah.
and he worked that.
What are you
So
gonna
what's the downside? Unless he goes and
Can't vote.
jacks some dude.
Can't vote.
Can't vote in Florida? Or did they change that, right? You
Can't vote in Florida.
Fellas can vote, right?
I don't think anybody cares.
No.
about what, I think that they want less Florida voters.
I like to register. Sorry, we're full.
We're full. You're from Florida now.
I guess it's worked
Full
out.
up right
It's
now.
worked out so far for them. The bad fellow guy, that's different though. He just got arrested. Just happened to have his. It wasn't like he didn't do nothing. Well,
he had to do something.
You know what I mean? Like he didn't like.
Come on.
He didn't do what this guy did. All right, this guy's a dirtbag.
We
Right.
don't know if he did. The fella may have robbed a bank for all we know.
You don't fake somebody that you care about.
You know what I
dying.
get if I get locked up? Nothing.
Nothing.
I get nothing.
Yeah.
I get an attorney's bill.
So wear like a tuxedo before you commit a crime, just in case you gotta look good in your picture. Like,
Wait, Smock, I mean, you're a good-looking guy, man. I mean, you might want to think
I
about.
feel like I would probably get raped in jail.
Mug up. No. Get mugged up. Get yourself in there. Get a little photo
Right.
going.
Like, hold on.
Smile.
Can you guys use this? Just bring my old picture. Like, can you use the picture instead? Thank you.
My headshot is a mugshot.
That's all I'm.
This is my headshot.
Like, so you're not even arrested. Like, I know. Please just put this online.
All right.
And those the guys on mugshot.com actually just got arrested for I forgot what for, but mugshot.com.
What do you mean the guys on mugshot?
They created the website. So anytime you get arrested, they pull from like counties' websites
Yeah.
and they put what you did, blah 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 blah.
Right.
Pretty much expose you, and then they charge you money to take it down.
So what they get busted for?
I don't know.
God, that would be horrible. You run a website for mugshots, and then you end up with a mugshot.
Yeah, I mean people. I mean,
I gotta
kinda
post a
get what you
picture of
deserve.
myself.
Let me see. I don't know. I'll find it in a second here, but that's exactly what they deserve. Ruining people's lives. Like, even if you got arrested for something that got thrown out, your stuff will still be on there. So you Google search your name, stuff pops up. It's
And that part I think is horrible because it doesn't matter what you did. You can be innocent as whatever, and even get it expunged.
but that's how it is these days.
But
Whatever you get
it's so
accused of, whatever you get accused of, arrested for, like people automatically crucify you. You're guilty.
Yep.
Right.
You literally can have a video of you in the court saying, being said not guilty, and you're still guilty. It's just that's how it is, man. The internet is unforgiving, and nothing ever deletes.
Well, just make sure your mugshot looks good.
Yeah, smile.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Put some contacts in if you have to.
Alrighty.
Would you put in color contacts?
Would I?
Yeah. I mean, that would be you'd have a short timeline between getting arrested and getting a mugshot done, so you wouldn't have a lot of time to put them in. But what'd you do?
Unless you already had them. I guess if you already had them, man. It just depends on the color, actually. I feel like some color contacts are obvious,
Yeah.
Like if you're black as hell and you got like
And you Kylie Jenner.
orange, something like that,
Kylie Jenner in your eyes.
I don't know. That's weird to me. I mean, I'd be comfortable doing it just because I used to wear contacts and it's not like an irritation thing. But nah, I probably wouldn't do it.
I tried color contacts once.
What color?
Blue.
Blue. How they work? You like it?
No, it was weird. It was like looking into looking at a cat.
Freaking yourself out.
It's like, this is
You know,
not my face.
My father had blue eyes. It was funny because my father had blue eyes, so I kind of I could see some of my I could see myself in like features that were more my father.
Isn't blue eyes like a
It's a recessive gene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does that mean again?
That means that brown eyes, black eyes, well, not black eyes, brown eyes, any other color eyes is more dominant than blue eyes.
So it's rare to have blue eyes.
No, if you have blue eyes, you marry someone with brown eyes, then your kid's gonna have brown eyes.
So
Most
how
likely.
could you have blue eyes then if
Blue eye?
that's the only way you can have blue eyes?
No, because my brother's kids have.
Yeah, that's not the only way. I mean, it's recessive. You can pop up at any time, but it's not going to most of the time.
Oh. Well, I got
That's all it
brown.
means.
Well, I thought it was like a handicap. or
I
something.
dated a girl that had brown eyes, but she wore blue contacts all the time.
Why? That's so weird. Did you ever
Gotta
ask
be
her about
honest,
it?
because well, there were times that I was.
Like, yo, you know I could see the brown halo around the blue.
What if all of a sudden they take their contacts out and you're like, I really I like the girl with the blue eyes.
I am a sucker for blue eyes. And then she's like, oh, 1 second, let me go to the bathroom. God, that's terrifying.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get into What the Florida.
Oh, snap, it is 3:56. I wouldn't look at the clock.
Yep, before we run out of time, go ahead and get into What the Florida.
Did we actually
Well, we
cover
don't have-
one subject matter?
Yeah.
I think we
Subject matter, and then we go into it.
got halfway through
That's all right.
the halftime show. And then for some reason I thought the guy getting arrested, for the boxing guy, was going to be a lot longer, but it wasn't
Yeah.
because I don't know who he is. Lil Wayne, the YouTuber. I wanted to talk about the Chinese doctor that got arrested and infected with the virus for giving, the Chinese government a heads up about the virus.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
And
He
then-
got exposed for basically, he got arrested and then contracted the virus for giving the government a heads up, warning them about the virus.
Yeah.
And so he's arrested now.
Yeah.
He'll be gone next year. Right?
Yeah.
I think
You're
he's
not
gonna
gonna,
go
this
now.
is, listen, this is the last article you're ever going to hear from him again.
Yeah, China doesn't mess around with that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
It's ridiculous. All right, so anyway, let's play What the
You
Florida.
think, before you start, Sean, you think because it's 3:57, and
Yeah.
technically I don't think anyone's after us, so we could go along into the next. for
I
a
think
little
someone
bit.
is after us.
No, somebody.
No, someone is after us.
Okay, I just wasted about a minute just wondering
Is there
about
somebody behind me?
Is there somebody behind us. Yeah,
All right, so
we can just lock the door.
first story. Since everyone knows the rules, we're going to go ahead and jump into the first story.
He can't tell the difference.
Florida man asks about stealing beer, learns it means jail.
Were you go to jail for asking?
A Florida man asked the store clerk, what would happen if I stole some beer? Police say Christopher Maxwell soon found out.
drunk.
The 33-year-old Maxwell entered a convenience store at 2:30 on Friday, but was told he couldn't buy beer because alcohol sales are banned in the city between 1 and 7 a.m. That's a big hit, big clue.
What is that?
Not gonna tell you where. In response to Maxwell's question, the clerk replied that she would call 911. Maxwell still grabbed 2 18-packs of Bud Light and left. The clerk did as she said, and police found him nearby. Next story.
With a 6-pack.
Police. Florida man hit legless fugitive girlfriend in plastic tote.
Wait, what?
What the hell's a plastic tote?
Florida man hid legless fugitive girlfriend in a plastic tote. You know those little totes, little plastic bins. A Central Florida man is accused of hiding his legless fugitive girlfriend from police by stuffing her into a plastic storage container. 48-year-old John Robert Carr of Florida is charged with resisting arrest. News outlet
Not for
reported
kidnapping?
news outlets attempted to hide
What is wrong with
39-year-old Christy Anderson from U.S. Marshals Tuesday. And last story, because we are running out of time.
That's fine, because it'll,
Yeah. Florida man chugged can of beer during DUI stop. Deputies say.
Oh, that's every Florida man. I'll even take I'll raise my hand on that one.
Authorities say a 48-year-old Florida man raised a can of beer and chugged it after a sheriff's deputy stopped him on suspicion of drunk driving. Daryl Royal Riedel told the sheriff investigators he was scared when he fled in his pickup truck. He fled. Oh, my goodness. As Deputy Anthony Lopez stepped out of his patrol car Thursday, Riedel drove for a short distance before stopping. He already has 3 prior DUI convictions.
What's his name? Daryl Royal Riddles?
His name is Daryl Royal Riedel.
And he was scared, and so he drove off.
Yeah.
And he drinks beer to calm him down.
All righty. You got stories? Where'd it happen?
So first guy was the one who stole the beer, right?
First guy is, yes, he stole the beer.
Stole the beer. All right. So most of the stealing is in the South. So I'm going to say, like, South Florida area.
said most is still in South.
I'm going to go with North.
You're going to go with North. All right. So I got one. It's in South Florida.
We're in South Florida.
It's in Sebastian.
So where's Sebastian?
Over near below Palm Bay.
Where's Brillo Palm Bay?
Above Vero. Okay. Palm Bay.
That's the
East Coast. You're going to say
East
Georgia.
Coast.
East Coast. East Coast. Yeah, East Coast. All right.
I don't know where none of these places are.
I know. Neither do I. Neither do I. Don't worry. I don't either. Second story. The legless fugitive girlfriend.
Oh,
Central.
Man. I'm going to say Central, too.
Well, here's the thing to that.
This is his rules, by the way.
No, here's the thing to that. It actually is.
Well, Alex.
She's from Central Florida,
All right,
but it
so-
happened in Winter Haven. So
it
it's
counts as a win.
That's it.
Yeah.
If
It's
it's Winter
South Florida.
Haven, it's Central.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
That sounds like a
Winter
Central
Haven is
Florida.
nice. I've been there before.
Winter Haven is nice, but apparently,
I don't do anything in Middle
You got-
Florida. And
how is it for that? The guy to just take his girlfriend, who you said lost both her legs. So
Yeah. Lost her
legs?
An amputee.
Lost her legs.
Double
Yeah.
amputee, and put her in a plastic container.
died her. Yeah.
I wonder if he puts her like in
What
luggage.
was she a
You
fugitive?
think he puts her in
You
luggage
said
when he
that
travels?
she was a fugitive. First of all, she's an amputee, right?
Yeah.
What is she a fugitive of?
Yeah. And is there a warrant for her
I'm not
bottom
saying,
legs
listen,
too?
and this has nothing to do. The amputees can do exactly what anybody else
Whatever they
can
want
do.
except jump.
They charge him a
I'm
fine.
just,
jump and walk around.
I'm just saying, what is she a fugitive from?
Anderson was wanted for failing to appear in court on charges including false imprisonment related to a 2015 incident when she allegedly held people hostage at a Burger King with a BB gun. It ended in a shooting with police, and she lost both legs.
Wait.
Oh,
she had legs.
She had.
Oh, that sucks.
She's just bad all the way around.
Man.
All right, final story so this guy can get it.
Wait.
I'll be honest with you. If
She
the
lost her
story were-
legs at a shootout?
But
Yeah.
if the story were different,
With a BB gun, by the way.
But-
She's had a BB gun to shoot out.
if the story were reversed though, and she did the crime as an amputee, that would. I mean, that's a pretty
That'd be impressive.
That'd be an impressive
That
story.
would be impressive.
And how do you rob a
Story
Burger
would be a
King?
whole different kind of story.
Are you like aiming up at the counter like, hey, put all down here, put all the money in the bag? No, throw it over. I can't reach it.
All right. Final story. The man that chugged beer during a traffic stop. Where'd it happen?
Oh crap.
Clearwater.
Clearwater. So you gave an exact location. Somewhere in the United States. No, I'm gonna say north.
All right. You're wrong. He's close. It happened in the Keys.
You're wrong. And he's close.
Did you say the
So we're
Keys?
both wrong.
Yep. Happened in Big Cop at Key.
I'm way off.
So many finding these stories in cities I've never heard of.
As I said, that's why I say you're close.
Yeah, I am closer.
Well, that is the weekly view with Shauna's Rock. Thank you everyone for listening. We will be back next week at 3 o'clock with a special guest, the head coach of Derek Nottie when he was in high school.
wait, time out.
You can look it up. You can look it
That
up.
was funny when you said it.
Yeah.
The head coach when he was.
Exactly. You got to play it up. Thank you. So,
Oh, man.
this is the weekly view with Shauna's Rock. I am Sean McKee Notorious.
I'm Ciroc the Mike.
Thank you, Mike, for joining us. And we'll see you next week.
Yep.